So what's up guys, it's Ash here and welcome back to a brand new video. Sorry if this video is a lot later than usual for some people, but I am getting this out for those people that are finishing off their Foot Champs games and might need something different to help them out. So yeah, in today's video guys, we do have some 4-2-2 custom tactics for you guys. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a very long video because it is quite late, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get right into the video. If you guys want coins for FC24, make sure you check out MMOEXP.com. Their link is down in the description. They're very fast, they're very cheap, they're very reliable, and if you use my code Rema, you can get yourself a lovely 5% discount. Alright then guys, so starting off with the tactics, defensive style, as always I have this on balance because it does give me the best control over the defense. So if I want to be like super aggressive I can and press my opponent, you know, I can do that. If I want to drop back maybe and then be a little bit more passive, I can also do that. The pressure tactics don't really allow me to do that, which is why I do prefer balance, but just use something that you are comfortable with. For the defensive width guys, it's a little bit higher than usual, but we still like to keep it below that 50 threshold in my opinion to make it a bit more narrow than wide, because I think it's important to be nice and compact through the middle to block out those attacks and stop your opponent being able to just play right through the middle of you. It is important, however, to maintain some of that defensive width to cover the wider areas in case an opponent does go for an attack down the wings. So we do have the best of both worlds with this kind of width, guys. Moving on to the depth, I have this on 60. Some of you might prefer to have this on 71 so you can get that automatic press from the AI. I don't really like this after the newer updates. I prefer to have more control, which is why I like 60 depth, because we still have that higher defensive line. We just don't have to rely on that automatic press. So we have a greater control. If this is still too high for you guys, you can lower this and that is absolutely fine. For the build-up play guys, I have this on balance because I find it to be the most consistent and the most varied way of building up, because you can play slow if you want, and then if you want to speed up for example, you can also do that. So it just allows you to pick and choose which type of build up you want to use whenever you want, essentially. For the chance creation guys, I have this on direct passing because I believe it to be the most meta option in the game. So if you have this on direct passing, basically your attackers will commit these runs, the opponent's defender will then follow that run, and then your attacker will track back after to receive the cutback. So it's a little bit boring, but it's very effective and nobody can deny that. For the attacking width guys, I've actually lowered this down to 37 because I do like my play through the middle as much as possible, but obviously we don't want to make this width crazy low because we still need to have a bit of distance between our attackers. So yeah, I like to play more through the middle, but you can still play quite wide with the 4-2-2 because of those two cams. But yeah, this is just something I found to be working for me. That being said, if you want to up the width and make it a little bit wider, you can also do that, and that is absolutely fine. For the players in the box guys, I have this on 6 at the moment, just one extra than usual, just to get that extra player in the box, you know, maybe finish off more chances because we have that extra body. But yeah, you can pretty much have whatever you want for that as well. And the corners and the free kicks, I have them on 1, but again, you guys can do whatever you need to with that. Now for the player instructions guys, on both of these strikers we have them on stay central and get in behind. We have them on stay central because we don't really want these players drifting out wide. We do kind of have the cams to do that for us, so we want these strikers to stay in the middle as much as possible so they're always ready to be relied upon. We also have them on get in behind, so they always look to make those runs in behind those high defensive lines to get us as many chances as possible. You can switch one player to mixed attack though if you're struggling with the build up and you want something a little bit different. For the cams guys, we have them both on come back on defense and get into the box across. It makes it defend in a 4-man midfield, which is really good because these players will come back to defend as a left mid and a right mid, meaning we'll have really good coverage of the central areas with the 2 centre mids, and then also the wider areas with the right mid and the left mid. So it makes it good in both the attack and the defense. We also have these players on get into the box across, so they don't hesitate and don't struggle to get into the penalty area to help us out there. For the left CDM guys, my more defensive-minded midfielder, I have them on stay back and then cover centre. Stay back's great because we don't want this player flying forward if they're more defensive, of course. We also have them on balanced defence instead of cut passing lanes because, you know, it just gives them a bit more freedom to do whatever. You know, sometimes they'll mark a player, other times they'll cut the passing lanes. I kind of like this at the moment. And we also have them on cover centre, of course, to primarily cover those central areas. For the right CDM guys, the more box-to-box style player, we leave them on the default settings and then pop them on the cover center instruction. We want them on the default settings because they are box to box. We don't want to restrict them to just defending. We kind of just give them that freedom that they need. The only important thing is cover center so that they primarily cover those central areas. Moving on to the fullbacks, on your more attacking fullback, balanced overlap is great because it does give you that extra width, helps you stretch out the opponent's defense, and gives your narrow players more space to exploit, which is really good. Also gives you an opportunity to play it out wide sometimes to catch out your opponent. For the more defensive fullback of the two, it doesn't matter which one, whether it's your right back or your left back, have them on stay back and overlap, so you have at least 3 defenders back at a time, and then when you send them on the run forward, they'll make the overlapping runs like the other fullback. For the 2 centre-backs, guys, I leave them alone, and the keeper, I also leave them alone. But yeah, they're the tactics and instructions for the 4-2-2. If you have enjoyed, please be sure to drop it a like, sub to the channel, and don't forget to turn on those notifications. And with all that aside, guys, hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out, guys, and good luck.